The Cabin That Waited by Weston Gold. High in the mountains, past where the paved roads turn into dirt and the cell service ends, there was a cabin. Not a fancy one, just old logs and a metal roof with a crooked chimney that puffed smoke in the winter and creaked when the wind leaned in. It stood at the edge of a clearing, half swallowed by the forest. Pine trees bent around it like quiet sentinels, and snow melted slower in its shadow. No one had lived there in years, but the cabin hadn't forgotten. It waited. Seasons passed the way breath passes through a dream. Snow would fall, melt, and fall again. Clouds would press low and silent. Rain would whisper on the metal roof. Inside, the dust thickened on the floorboards. A rocking chair sat still by the stone fireplace. A chipped mug waited all alone on a shelf. And the cabin kept watch. Some nights, the wind would rise like it remembered something. It would rattle the shutters and groan at the eaves. But the cabin held. Sometimes, deer would drift through the clearing. Once, a fox even curled up beneath the porch and slept, just like he belonged. Even the trees seemed to lean in closer over time, as though they were curious, as if they too were waiting. Then, one fall evening, just as the chill returned to the air, there was a sound the cabin hadn't heard in years. Footsteps on the path. Not rushed, not loud, just one person walking slow. The cabin didn't dare hope, but suddenly the door creaked softly, and a figure stepped in with leaves clinging to their boots. They paused in the doorway, looking around like they'd been here before, but not recently. Long ago. Long enough that the memories had softened at the edges. The person took a deep breath and smiled. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. They just knelt by the old fireplace, laid a hand on the hearthstone, and whispered something the walls remembered. Later, there was light. A small flame. Then, warmth. Smoke rose from the crooked chimney. The rocking chair rocked. The mug was filled again. And the cabin exhaled. Sometimes what we leave behind isn't waiting in vain. Sometimes the places that hold us still hold out hope. And sometimes, when the time is right, we come home. Out here, the trees hush your name, and the sky forgets time. But there's a cabin. It's not big. It's not new. It's not loud. But it waits. And so do we. You're safe now. You're home. Sleep well. Dream sweet. And remember, friend, night sounds will always be here, waiting for you.